Oops. Hello. Oh my god, where is it? Hello. You can't see me right now because I forgot to load my. I forgot to load my model. I'll be here real quickly. I'll be here in a second. Just give me a sec. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. What? Oop. Hold on, that's not me. Alright, gotta do the warm-ups. Why isn't it changing my model? There we go. Okay. Blink. Hold on. Blink. If I don't do these warm-ups, it doesn't track as well. Blink. Hold on. Hold up my camera. Please don't disconnect on me. Whatever you do, do not disconnect. Ah, it disconnected! Ah! Please stay. Hi. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. As long as you can hear me, that's good. Give me a sec. I totally pressed the go live button being like, oh my god, yeah, everything is all set up. Hits go live. Wait! Checks my OBS screen. Alright. Off. And then that way on. Oh! On. Did it work? Hello? Try this one more. So, how y'all doing? Tell me, how's your new year been? Alright, please work. Yes! TP! Alright. Warm-ups. Blink. Big blink. Rotate head. Woo. Other direction. Are you good now? No! I still won't capture both my eyes. Hold on. Oh, it's because my... Oops. I have my bangs in the way. Doing good, finally feeling healthy. Oh, that's good to hear. So many people, including me, have been sick recently. It's so scary. Good, very nice start to the year. Oh, I'm so happy to hear, Salty. Vivi, Sonny, are you part of the Fantastic Four now? Fantastic Four? I actually haven't seen those movies in forever, so I don't understand the reference. Come on, blink. Alright, that's good enough. I don't think it's gonna get any better than that. Ready, and boosh! Hello! Hello everybody! My name is Sunny! And thank you for coming to stream. Welcome back. Sunny leaves! I leave! I lived. Wait, hold on. I lived! I'm gonna try to be really good with my toggles today. Let me just remember what they are. Heart. Excited. That one. That one. I should put the ones that I use the most as like 1, 2, and 3. But I'm just so scared of rebinding them because then I won't remember to bind them. Because the way that it's set up, it confuses me a little bit. But hello everybody, I'm back. I'm back from vacation. I was gone for 2.5 weeks. And it was 2.5 weeks of a lot of fun. And so I'm really excited to talk about my trip with you guys. Give me a second to get some lotion for my hands. Ever since I got back home, the eczema on my hands just blew up. And it's so irritated right now. So give me a sec. Hi Sonny, hi Derpius. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. Thank you for coming to say hello. Knives, hi Pastel. Vlogging this time, but I hope you have a great stream. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for those of you guys that are at ALA right now. I wanted to stream early because I need to rest. But I hope you guys have fun at ALA. I wish I could be there. If I wasn't still recovering from a cold, I would definitely be there right now. But I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Same, I hate eczema. It's so tough. I want to scratch it so bad. Ugh. Yeah, oh, Various, hello! Yeah, Bangs would do that. I have to clip him up every time. See you in the VOD, Sonny. Bye, Anna! Have fun at ALA! I'll get well soon. Thank you so much. I'm, to be honest, I don't know where my progress is with, sickness. It was so weird because I got sick twice on this trip. The first one was like a virus that was going around my family. And then the second one, it was only me who got sick, but it, I had, I'll talk about it later. But like, I'm not super congested right now or anything, but I'm still sick, which is weird. Anyways, oh yeah, we're 2 hours late. I'm so sorry. I made bad decision after bad decision. It was so funny. Last night, I got out of work late out of anything. And then after that, I like got home and then I did all the stuff I needed to do. And at like 9:30, I'm just like, okay, I'm finally ready to sit down and watch a movie. And normally I start watching a movie like an hour and a half before. But I'm like, no, I want to watch a movie. Picks a 2-hour long movie. And then afterwards, I'm like, after I finish the movie, I'm like, I'm hungry. I go to eat some applesauce. But applesauce is just sugar, right? So I'm like, but that has to process a little bit. I don't want to go straight to sleep. And I go off and do other things. And the next thing you know, it's 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, no. But it's okay. I'm going to wake up by 10. I'll have 2 hours to get ready. And then it'll be perfect because I haven't set up anything for stream. And I did set an alarm because I never sleep past 10. But I didn't, well, I should have predicted it, but I didn't know that the jet lag would still be there I didn't know what the jet lag would feel like coming back, and so I wasn't expecting to sleep until 12:30. And I saw the time, I'm like, oh, I messed up. But I did what I could. I was able to get the photos that I wanted to get. I think I have everything set up. I wanted to do hand cam and tried to set up my camera. Unfortunately, that wasn't working. Not like I can show my hands anyways because of the eczema. But yeah, I think everything is good. So all right, so first things first, I want to know, did any of you guys have guesses of where I went before I posted a certain picture that told you guys where I went? Do any of you guys have any guesses? Because of internet safety things, I didn't post anything really revealing about where I was about the trip until I came back. Oh, I wanted to talk about it though so much. It was so much fun. Space, oh my god. You know what? If being on an airplane makes me so incredibly miserable, I don't think I could go to space. Especially if when you're coming down from space, you're essentially free falling. Fiji. Fiji is a good guess. I think the time zones that I was posting in would, like Fiji would make sense. I may or may not have been to Fiji before. Vacation. Smiles. It's funny because it's like, Fiji? Who goes to Fiji? And it's like, oh, that requires a little bit of explanation. I'm not gonna go into. Just know that I've been there on vacation. Right. I have some food next to me. I did have a little bowl of yogurt, but I know I was gonna be hungry. I'm still hungry. I haven't been eating a lot since I got back. So I'm gonna be munching on my little sandwich here. I don't know, do I have to mute? Oh, it's gonna be crunchy. I don't know. Okay, let's see if it picks up. A little bit, not too bad. Not okay. Garage, let's go. As long as it's not too bad. As long as it's not too bad, I'm okay with it. Oh my god, it's starting to get hot in here. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really need the rest. I'm trying to think of what I should do. Because if I turn on my fan, then I'm gonna need my noise suppression. Oh, but it's so nice outside. I don't want to close the blinds. Maybe I'll just sit and suffer. Or I'll go change real quick. Be right back. Even though I am no longer in a place that is summertime, I'm still wearing shorts and a tank top right now. That's crazy. Although it's freezing here, lots of ice everywhere. I'm really happy that it's nice warm today. Because when I came back, it was a little cold. My eczema felt it more than anything, the cold air. I was envious of your vacation a lot. Guys, my vacation was so nice. I miss the sun. I miss the sun so much. There, the sun didn't set until like 8 o'clock at night. Oh wait, where's there? Oh, hello! The fantastic Mr. Fuchs? Fuchs? Oh, sorry. Please tell me how to pronounce your name. I see you on Twitter. Hello! Yeah, I miss shorts. Alright, let's try this. I made myself a protein shake that my roommate has somewhere on top of the fridge. It said it was cinnamon something. I really haven't had too many protein shakes, and I figured I would drink one right now just because I need more sustenance, but I heard it tastes terrible, even if it is flavored, but let's see. Oh, it tastes like horchata. Oh my god, it already feels filling. What the heck? It's a pun on the movie. It's all right. How about I call you the fantastic Mr. Fuchs? Because I like that. I like the way that sounds. We'll pretend I'm saying it the correct way. New Zealand summer, close. So I went to Australia! Woohoo! Yeah, I went down under. It was so cool. It actually wasn't my first time going. I went when I was a lot younger to see my family. And this time I went to go see my family again. So this was a family vacation. And we spent the whole time together. If it's not a vacation I plan, I will not look up stuff that I'm going to do. So I just didn't look up anything. I had no plans. I didn't think that we had any plans. Even though we were there for like 2.5 weeks, I didn't think, I guess I had no expectations of what we were going to do. And my auntie planned the whole trip. So for the 2.5 weeks, we only had 2 break days. Like, we did something every day. So it was really fun, but it was also really tiring, which may have also led to me getting a cold at the end of it. I've always wanted to go down under. It's so far. Did you go all over? So we only stayed in Sydney because that's where my family lives. I haven't been, even like the last time I went to Australia, I hadn't been to other areas of Australia. I've only been to Sydney. But there was still a lot to do, and and we still had a lot of fun. Let's go. Did you see kangaroos? I may or may not have seen kangaroos. I have fun stories. So, let's first go over what we did when we first got there. I might skip back and forth between going chronologically in order versus like some of the just some of the events that we did. Let me change the order of my journal. I have this really cool journal that allows me to I can change the order of the pages at any time. And so I'm just reorganizing my notes. I'm so bad at taking notes. It's so easy just at the end of the day to write down, okay, this is what we did. This is what we did. But when you're distracted by all the things that you're experiencing presently, it's hard to sit down and reflect in that way. So the flight going there, I think was about 14 hours. Oh, it sucked. I had a terrible time. I never like airplanes, never have liked airplanes. I've learned over time that if I because the airplane's so noisy, right? When you're in it, if I wear earplugs and then I wear noise canceling headphones on top of that, that like it helps me feel the most normal. Because otherwise, I think I'm just so discombobulated and so uncomfortable that I can't really enjoy my time on the airplane, even if I'm doing things that are fun. So like when I was a kid, I would bring my DS because I'd be like, oh my God, this is the time to play games, because I never like sit down to play games. And then I would just feel so like motion sick that I would feel terrible playing the game, or I couldn't play for very long. And so sometimes my association with playing certain games is purely through motion sickness. But anyways, I decided not to bring my DS this time. I was just like, I'm just gonna download shows that I want to watch. I'll watch movies on the plane. But on the way there, I only watched like, I only had one episode of Arcane. I finished Arcane, by the way. It's so good. You guys have to watch it. You're probably hearing it from everyone, but Arcane is really so good. It's a really, like, it's a piece of art. It's beautiful. Yeah, so I downloaded 3 episodes of Arcane, forgetting that I watched 2 of them, so I only watched 1. And I just slept. I just slept, or I just, like, literally just sat there in misery. for the rest of the flight. So when I got off the flight, I was just like, thank God. Long flights are the worst. I'm over 6 feet and scrunched up so badly. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't imagine being your height. But even like, I can't sit. I can't sit in one place for long periods of time. I hate the feeling of being sore or feeling so like I'm like that. I think of it as I'm like shaking. I'm like, I have so much energy. I need to move. And I feel so bad moving in my chair, because then I'm like, I'm shifting the seat, and then the person behind me is like, I don't know if they're watching their screen or whatever, and it's just making an uncomfortable experience. And I feel like it's just a bad thing overall. Thankfully, on this flight, I was on an aisle seat in the middle. So there is the window, middle, and window aisle, middle aisle, window aisle. So I was in the middle aisle, and then I was on the edge. And the people sitting next to me were together. So if the person in the middle needed to go out, they would just go over the other person. So I wasn't disturbed at all with my seat, which was really, really nice. Time to learn League of Legends now. Actually, I'm not against the game because of all the memes or anything. I just don't know anything about it. I guess it's time to watch it. Vivi, you know what you're gonna do next. Please watch Arcane. You guys have to watch Arcane, okay? Aisle seats are the best. Yeah, they really are the best. More horchata protein shake. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna take another bite. You guys want to know what I'm eating? Vegemite. Vegemite! I'm sure some of you have heard horror stories about it. And my first experience with Vegemite was definitely a horror story. It just tasted so bad. But I have learned the secret. I learned that you have to put copious amounts of butter and very little Vegemite to make it taste good. My cousin made it for me, and she made it well. And even my little cousin, who is picky, ate it. Yeah. Did you bring some back? I bought some at the airport. I totally forgot to buy it at the grocery store. Sorry, at the shops. Totally forgot to buy it at the shops. So I bought it at the airport. I'm sure it was considerably more expensive at the airport, but whatever. I've never had it before. So it's a yeast spread. Sounds really bad, but then considering that bread has yeast, it's like, okay, whatever. To describe the flavor with butter, it's a savory, salty, like, spread to put on your bread. That's the best way I could describe it. Without it, it is incredibly bitter and foul tasting. So the butter definitely like smooths out the flavor and makes it palatable. PastelSoni real. Mate. That's the best I could do. I, for the life of me, couldn't do the Aussie accent. I couldn't figure out how to, I couldn't figure out when to say certain syllables. Because in American English, we still have, like in, or I guess in any English, you still have different vowel sounds, right? And obviously each of those vowel sounds are gonna sound different in an Australian accent. And then the most difficult part is figuring out when you're actually reading an English word, which vowel sound it's going to sound like. Because being an English speaker, like being a native English speaker, you just get used to the way certain words sound. So then when you look at it, you're just like, oh, okay, I know apple is an ah sound rather than apple, right? But then when I'm trying to like do the translation in my head, okay, which Australian vowel sound is this? I'm like, is this apple? Or is this apple? Wait, I think the ah is only American. Is it in Australian? I don't know. I say Australia like it's a totally different language. But my uncle La is like, mate. Bro. They say bro differently. Instead of bro, it's like bro. My little cousin. Yeah, so then, I was picked up from the airport, and then it was pretty early in the morning, so then we went out for lunch, and then for lunch, we went to a conveyor belt sushi, and it was so good. Like, it's, I think people equivalent, like, or equate conveyor belt sushi to being, like, an okay quality, but it was definitely, like, what would have been restaurant quality here. Which is, I guess, not saying much. Yeah, it's not saying much at all. But it was still really cool because the last time I went to Australia, I also had conveyor belt sushi. And so it was a very nice throwback. That's something that I just noticed on my trip. There is just so many sushi places, but their sushi places are like display sushi. So at least where I live, if I want sushi, I have to get it at a restaurant. Unless I want like whatever fake stuff they sell at the grocery store or something. Actually, no, that's changing now. They're actually selling like sushi at grocery stores. Anyways, but like I would walk around like a food court or a mall, and then there's just sushi in a display case. And you could be like, okay, I want this hand roll, I want that hand roll, and I want those 2 pieces of like cooked pieces. And they cook them using like a blowtorch. And I'm like, this is so easy. If I could eat raw fish all the time, I would totally do it. Because like also, before poke became a thing, the only place you could get raw fish is sushi. And then poke became a thing, but then poke became so expensive, even though it's supposed to be cheaper. So, no alternative. If you want raw fish, you pay the price. But over there, it's accessible and it's cheaper. You can get like a meal for like $12. I guess that's 12 AUD, so that's even cheaper in USD. But yeah, that was really nice. And then I was just tired, and so my cousin and I watched Die Hard. I watched Die Hard for the very first time. And it was funny. To be honest, I'm like, it's an okay movie. But later on, I ended up watching a movie called Speed. Is also like old classic movie. And that movie was really good. So it's not that I don't like the oldies. I just didn't like Die Hard that much. I'm not a fan of sushi personally, but that's because I can't get it fresh. Yeah, getting it fresh definitely. And then like the first thing that came to mind, and I'm sure it's the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind, is that if they're like, yeah, Keanu Reeves Speed. Really good. Both are classics. Nice. Yeah. I was skeptical of Speed because after Die Hard, I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be a good movie. And I watched Speed. I'm like, this is such a good movie. But like, I look at the display cases for the sushi and I'm like, how does that stay fresh for long? Like, don't they have to toss it out after a couple of hours? But no, it's fresh. They make it happen. Why can't I have it here? Give me it here. I want it here. I stacked my 2 pieces of toast on top of each other, and the Vegemite's really strong. Not terrible. There's some good revolving sushi places near me, really good. Oh, that's so nice. One day, I will be in close proximity to some of them, hopefully. Probably only available at more authentic Japanese restaurants, but that's hard to find in some places. Yeah. All right, so then I'll talk about Christmas. So on Christmas, that's when the rest of my family was arriving in the morning. So then we had time to like prep the presents and stuff like that. So I have 2 sets of cousins. I have a set of cousins here in the States, then I have a set of cousins in Australia. And so I will probably, and they're all younger than me. I was the oldest one. I was the oldest one in this group. So I'll probably, because it's just really easy to be like, my little cousins or my cousins. If I say my cousins, that's probably the older ones that are in Australia. If I say my little cousins, that's probably the US cousins. But I may flip-flop back and forth between like, you say my US cousins or my AU cousins. Older sibling Soni. Yeah. It's funny though, because I don't feel like I was the oldest one in the group, because I'm like, I guess I don't really like take charge or anything. Like some of my AU cousins are just like, all right, let's go to this place. And I'm like, okay, I'll follow. Oops, so you were the sheep herder of the group? I would like to say so, that I have some sort of like authority, I guess. But I just like, I just vibe, I guess. It's, some of my cousins are probably more adult than me. I'm younger than 3 of my cousins and only older than 2 of them. Oh, so you're like in the middle. I think I've always been the oldest. Which is really interesting because like growing up, it was really just my sister and I. We didn't really have anyone our age, any family members our age. And even now, like the age gap between my little cousins and then my cousins, my little US cousins and then my Aus cousins. Aus? Do you read it that way? AUS? I don't even know the abbreviation. My AU cousins. There's still a significant gap between them too. But so then the little ones came in. And then we opened up the presents. Alternative universe cousins. Oh my god. I know. That's what I thought. I'm just like, I don't know how else to say it, but it just sounds like I'm saying like alternate universe. Coffee shop AU cousins. Also, hi Scarlett. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh god, the Vegemite's really strong. I have to separate these pieces of toast. Because I'm not using like, I call it white bread toast, like the soft one. The Vegemite didn't spread. And I did not think that this would happen on my bread. So it's pretty concentrated in some areas. But honestly, the best thing that I could like equate it to is eating just soy sauce. It's just like I have soy sauce on my toast. I'm doing good, taking the new year by the horns and whatnot. Ah, yeah, I like that energy. Go get him. The Soniverse. Oh my god. I would duplicate myself right now if I knew how. Have you tried soy sauce on toast? I have, actually. Except it's a different kind of soy sauce. It's called Golden Mountain Seasoning Sauce. Highly recommended if you ever eat eggs. But a lot of times I'll eat that with my eggs and then I'll put the egg on top of the bread. So then I do like taste the soy sauce with bread. The Vegemite tastes exactly like that. So my Australian cousin, she is all over, well, okay, all of the older cousins are all on TikTok. But my Australian cousin in particular knows almost everything about America through just consuming media. And so she asked from us a bunch of different American snacks, and particularly stuff from Trader Joe's. The Trader Joe's legacy exists. It doesn't go away. So before I left, I just got her a bunch of snacks. My sister bought her the Trader Joe's tote bag. She wanted the mini ones that were so popular, but they didn't have them in my area. So we got her a big tote bag. And her presents took the longest because she was pulling out each one of those snacks that she wanted to try. It was really cute. My cousins gave me a little like welcome to Australia bag that had just a bunch of like Australian snacks in there. I have a little koala that has a little koala that has a vest that says Australia on the back. It's really cute. And then they put in 100 AUD. That's like spending money, and I'm like, oh my god. It's funny though because the conversion rate. Let me check that. I think it's about a third of the US dollar, USD to AUD. So 100 AUD is about 61 USD. But still, because then it's like, oh, I don't have to use my own money on this trip. It's so nice though, because like whenever we do go to places, everyone, like all the adults, all the folks, I guess, they're always giving money to the kids. As in like because we don't know what to give you, we'll just give you money. But it's very similar to like like Chinese New Year money and stuff too. And so it was really nice of them to give me that money. I had a little bit of pocket money as well, and then money I got from my dad to be like, hey, this is money I'm giving you so that you can pay for stuff when like you're with the kids. And I'm like, okay, I got it. I will do it. And the amount of times I failed to do it was so funny, but also so ridiculous. It's like, how could you fumble the bag that much? But I'll get into that later. And I don't remember, I think, oh, it was that night. So then we opened gifts in the morning, and then later on that evening, we ended up having like a party with just us. And we were in like a skyscraper, and we had a beautiful view of the city. Actually, do I have that photo? I thought I added it. Let's see. Most of my photos are gonna have mint in it. Because mint love, but also I gotta show off my product. I'll explain in a second. Where is that photo? There it is. Skyscraper sounds so rad. It was the view was stunning. So pretty. LMAO, sounds like you just kept a nice tip for yourself. No. I tried not to do that. As much as I did want the spending money to like buy like cute Sanrio items and stuff like that, I couldn't do it. It's not my money. Based in Wispilled, so Wispilled. Everything is Wispilled. Hello, Fo! What you doing? Actually, I'm about to show you guys a crazy good view. Ready, and boom. Ta-da! Look at that view! Look how pretty that is! And that was our Christmas party. We were just up there. My aunt had this whole spread. Like, she had like the charcuterie boards, and then it's funny because like they call them the oldies. so like the grandparent type age, they call them all oldies. So the oldies brought some of the food that they made, so we had some of our like family's food. There was this incredible raspberry pistachio tart. I wish I could have it again. Oh my god, it was so good. Wait, hold on, maybe I can move my... I'm so scared of moving this stuff around. Sorry guys, if you guys are okay with it, well actually sorry, you're gonna have to be okay with it. The photo is gonna block chat on screen for a little bit. Because I won't have these pictures up all the time. But yes, also, for those of you guys who don't know, this is a doll that my friend Chicken Spice made, and we have been working together since February of last year to try to make this doll into production. And we're really close to actually being able to ship them out. The manufacturer said that they're almost done, and they're going to be shipping the dolls to us. And then afterward, we'll be able to ship the dolls to you guys. Yippee! So this is a prototype of the doll. She's in a little cinema roll clothes. She's 10 centimeters tall, so you're gonna have to get clothes that are small enough or big enough to really fit the doll. Dang, y'all really love mint. Yeah. Can't wait. Yippee! I'm so excited for you guys to get your dolls too, because when she came back, that was the first thing that I thought of. I'm like, we have to get dolls of mint, because we know how important it is to have dolls to bring with us and take pictures places. And so I really wanted to make it happen, and rather than doing like a puppet, I wanted it to be a 10 centimeter doll, because I really like the way that the 10, 15, and 20 centimeter dolls look. So so this is our view on that one wasn't working. That was our view on Christmas Day. And then afterward, we went down into the city because we're in like the heart of Sydney. We went down into the city and then we looked at some of the Christmas lights, and it was all really pretty. And then we went back home. The next day, so they have something called Boxing Day, which is their, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. That sounds like so much fun. Yes. So my aunt actually had like a little game that we did. So she set up a row of tea candles and lit them all up, and you're like crouching at the end of the table, and the goal is to try to knock out as many like of the little flames as possible, as much as like knock out as many candles as possible, but you have to say Merry Christmas. It was so funny because all of us are like, Merry Christmas. And then we knock out like 4 or 5 candles. I went up there, I didn't knock out a single candle because I was laughing. But it's like, it's hard when you say Merry Christmas, the only the only air that really comes out is with the R, right? Christmas, and maybe a little bit with the S. But yeah, and then my uncle knocked out like half of the candles without actually like cheating, because some people would be like Merry Christmas. They would blow out the candles. I was like, no, that's cheating. Did you get to fight any kangaroos? I did not get to fight any kangaroos, but I may or may not have been able to see kangaroos. Oh, so I will talk about that later. Makes it a competition. Yeah, it was really fun. We did have more like group games later on, and so they were all really fun. Man, I wish I had a cool and hot aunt. Hot? I didn't say anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take another sip. It's starting to get really hot in here. I don't have any ventilation. I think I will open up my door. You okay, Sadi? I'm okay. The air is actually cooler inside my house than it is in my room right now. It's because I want the sunlight so bad, because I know it goes away so quickly, but it's heating up the room really fast, and so I just opened up the door. Yeah, so then on the next day, they have this thing called Boxing Day. So Boxing Day is like, oh, stay cool, Sunny, don't get too hot. Thank you guys so much for looking out for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. So then on their Boxing Day is like the equivalent of like Black Friday, but specifically the day after Christmas. And so it's like a big day of sales and stuff. And so then we went out and walked around. I saw more sushi, like display cases, like sushi places. It was really cool. We did get sushi for lunch. They have pharmacies, but their pharmacies, do you know how like our pharmacies are in a sort of like a convenience drugstore? So like you have like CVS or you have Vons or something like that. Their pharmacies have skincare. I was so surprised, because I'm like, oh, normally you can only get skincare like a Target or something like that. But their pharmacies had skincare, sometimes even like pregnancy stuff and like nursing stuff for little kids. Yeah, I was really surprised by their selection. But I made sure to get anti-nausea pills so that, because we were going to be on a car ride, and I also wanted it for the plane ride back. So skincare is health. Yes, it is. I think I was just more surprised by like their pharmacy could be like all in one shop for everything that you might need. Yeah, that's normal here too. Yeah. I guess it depends on what kind of like store you go to, because like at CVS I'm not gonna find anything other than like, I don't know, Cetaphil. I'm thinking of different lotion brands. Like I use Cetaphil because it's really good for sensitive skin. But they had like Korean skincare in there, and I'm like, what? You can't even get Korean skincare at a Target. But yeah, baby formula, yeah, that you can get at the pharmacies too. And then, so later that day we went to another, we went to another family's house. And then we hung out with them. They had, again, a lot of food. It was so good. I wanted to show the spread, but I decided against it. To just imagine big trays, big like aluminum trays just filled with food. So good. But then at the end of the night, something happened. My little cousin had the stomach flu. And so he was throwing up. He was not having a good time. And we were like, oh, shoot, this sucks. Like, we just got here. And he ended up being okay by the morning. He did have a fever. And so it took him probably the next day to recover. And then after that, he was fine. But then thankfully nothing happened on the way to our next location. So we were all staying somewhere different. So we were out in the bush, as they call it. We were out in the bush, and we found a place that was big enough to accommodate all of us, because there's like, I don't know, 20 of us traveling as a group. We were a really big group, and we all found a place to stay for like the next couple of days. And again, more food. They brought like my aunts and uncle, all my aunts and uncles brought all the food with us so we can have like a big meal there. And it was so nice because then it felt like we were still like home together, you know, because we were eating our food. It was really nice. The oldies were there too. The oldies were in the kitchen. We're like, oh my god, we were joking, like we have personal chefs here. He wanted to preserve the vibes. What a trooper. Yeah, the poor kid was not having a great time, but he was making it through. Yeah, practically a sports team. Oh yeah. No, we had multiple cars going and stuff. So then we had this big meal, and then we had time to just like relax a little bit, and then we all went into the rec room. So there was a nice little room. It had air conditioning because it was 38 degrees Celsius. I'm pretty sure that's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the middle of the summer for them. It was humid because it had passing rain. It was wonderful though. I loved it. Even though it was super hot, I mean, being able to go back into AC is the saving grace. But it's so much better than being cold. Let's see, Fahrenheit, Celsius. 38. Yeah, it was 100 degrees. I will take 55 degrees over 38 Celsius any day. We weren't in direct sunlight. It was also late afternoon. It was 100 in late afternoon. But we all went into the rec room after the AC like made the place really nice and cool. Even though there's a lot of us there, it was still pretty hot. And then we started off with the first game. So it was actually my sister who found this game on like Instagram. And then recommended it to my auntie. So my auntie, again, is the one who is like planning this whole thing. She had the games and stuff, and she's just really good at that kind of stuff. So we start off with this game. So there's someone with a blindfold in the middle of the room, and they have a phone. So their goal is to try to take pictures of people try to get people in the photos that they take, but they're blindfolded, so they don't know where anyone is. So everyone else in the room, their job is to not get in the photo. And so everyone's like running around or trying to hide behind the person who's taking the photo. It's really funny. It's a really great game to start because it's just chaos. You get some really funny photos like this. So I'm gonna warn you guys, this is real people, okay? Real people. So you get really funny photos like this. Where you're diving out of the way to try to avoid being taken in the photo, or you happen to be crouching and then they take the photo of you right there. I can't believe Sonny is a real person, SMH. What do you mean? I am just a figure here on your screen. I have no relation to any human flesh body. Look, there's people on the screen. And so, yeah, you just have people all over the place. And then let me show another one. And then you have some of the adults that are lazy, and then they just lay down on the couch and just get their face just totally in the photo. So you can see in the back right, once you get caught, or like once we look at the photos and your face is in the photo, then you're out. And so they're just sitting in the background. But I can't get over my uncle just being like, because he has like a beer in his hand, right? He just lays down on the couch and then he just happens to be full face in the photo. Oh my god. This game was definitely more fun for the younger people, because we're a lot more mobile. We're a lot more like, yeah, I really want to get into this. And then some of the adults are just like, I'm just gonna stay in one place. It's okay if I get out, sort of thing. So that was a really good warm-up. And then the agile and fake kiddos do the best. Absolutely. I'm gonna take another bite. It's like Fatal Frame IRL. I feel like I've heard that name before. Fatal Frame. Oh, it's an old game. Does it have like a photo? It has like a photo concept to it as well. Fatal Frame is a really fun horror game about taking photos of ghosts. It also has cute girls in it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, pics of ghosts. Okay. No hurt bones moving around. Yeah, none of the adults are gonna move. So that was the first game. That was a nice little warm-up. The adults are like, oh yeah, the kids had fun. And then we had the red solo cup and ping pong ball games. Actually, the ping pong balls didn't come out until later. Let me check. Oh! The first game after that photo game was bottle flipping. So the youngest person in the entire group, my aunt gives them a bottle and sends them to the corner and is like, okay, just start practicing, because she's like, well, he's never done this before. And so then the rest of us are like, oh, okay, bottle flipping. So then we're split up into two teams, and then we take, and then each team chooses a person. It's funny because the pair-ups are funny. Sometimes it was like a cousin from Australia, sometimes it was like an adult from the US and stuff like that. And in or it was a married couple. And so it got really competitive because each time's like, go, go, go. Ah! All of us are getting into it. When someone lands a shot, we're like, oh! It was so fun. I face off against one of my younger cousins and I beat him. I feel bad. But it ended up being the numbers were really even. So it ended up it ended up balancing out. And in the very last one, that the youngest, right? The youngest kid is up there. Up against an adult who hasn't really done bottle flipping before, right? The little kid lands the last shot, and all of us are like, "Whoa! Oh my God, you did it! Yeah!" The whole room just erupts in shouting and like cheering. It was so fun. Because we're like, "Oh my God, the smallest one landed that last shot!" And it's crazy though, because this little kid is so smart. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like, I wasn't that smart when I was 8. Like, he understands like concepts and like things. Like, did he beat me in chess? No, it was my other little cousin that beat me in chess. But like, for being that age, he was still really good at chess. Like, knowing stuff that I didn't know at that age. It was crazy. And like, I just from watching him and like watching him like play with his toys and stuff, he's really like quick to learn. And so even just from that small time that he was like learning how to do the bottle flipping, he figured it out. And it's just like, what the heck? You're a monster. You're crazy. Hello, the power of couples is the strongest. Yeah. That was fun because we were all just like, oh, the couple. LOL, mind blown. Kid was the MVP. The kid was actually the MVP. It was crazy. Y'all might have gave birth to a bottle flipping athlete. I don't think he'll go to pursue that because he has so many other things like going on that he's doing. But it was funny. So then after that, we have like the red solo cups, and then we did like solo cup stacking where you stack them up in a triangle and then you stack them up in a line. And then afterwards, we start having like the ping pong ball games. So we're tossing the ping pong balls into the little cups. And again, it's getting really, really competitive. We're like, go, 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 go. And then the last game was beer pong, essentially. I think my aunt had a different idea, but everyone is the adults were fighting her on this. They were just like, just let us play beer pong. And she was like, okay, hands off. Like, you guys, you guys do this. Did you break under the pressure at all? It's funny because I normally break under pressure in general. But when I was doing the bottle flipping, I was like locked in. And I think that was the first time that I have been locked in under pressure. Albeit the pressure wasn't that big. It's not like it's like you're doing a speech in front of a bunch of people, you know? But yeah, I hope that means that just things have changed for me moving forward, because I would like to not like be so anxious before something that's really stressful. But then beer pong, right? So this one, everyone's watching. We're all starting to get tired. And we're all like trying to drink a lot of water because it's hot. And so we're each tossing the little ping pong balls one by one. And then we get down to the last cup and no one is making the shot. Adults, kids, no one is making the shot. So we just rotate. The little kid comes up, sinks it. Oh my God. And then all of us are like, ah! And we're lifting him up. We're like, yeah, champion. It was really fun because like, I think about it like, if I was that age and then I did something and everyone is just like, you're the coolest person ever, I'd be like, oh my God, this is like the coolest thing. So I hope it had a positive impact on him, because that stuff doesn't happen a lot. So kid became a hero for a day. Oh yeah, he really did. Um, we did play another game called Left, Right, and Center. You have a pair of dice, or sorry, you have 3 dice that either has an L, an R, or a dot on it. Sorry, L, R, C, or a dot. And so you have like any like item. In this case, they were like poker chips because they brought like a poker sets. So everyone had the same amount of chips, and then when you roll the dice, it dictates where your chips are going. So if it's L, it's to the left, R to the right, C to the center. And so then the goal is to try to, keep your chips by the end of it. But the likelihood that you're going to be giving them out, like everyone ends up giving out their chips at some point. And so what you really want is to get lucky and have someone beside you with a lot of chips, because then the chance of you being able to get back into the game is higher. So just because you lose your chips doesn't mean you're out, because you can always get chips from your neighbors. And then, of course, the adults are drinking, right? So then the adults pull out money and they toss it on the table. And everyone's like, oh, okay, money's involved. So then we're all like watching these dice and be like, oh, I lost my chips. Or like, yeah, I get to save my chips. The dot means you get to save it. Or, oh no, I lost all my chips to the pile. And then someone I can't remember who wins that first round. Someone wins the first round. And in the next round, the first round is like 1 bill gets out there. Second round, 3 bills are on the table, but they put a cap on it. And then they're just like, okay, whoever wins the money buys the alcohol. So then like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's not like it's spending money. And an adult wins it, and then she helps buy the alcohol for the rest. But it was really fun. Those games were really, really fun. I love group games like that because it really helps like bond everyone. Everyone has a lot of fun. And especially to do it with family is really, really fun. So excuse me. And then there was one more thing that happened that day. So because we're out in the bush, they said that there are going to be kangaroos popping around. Wild kangaroos. And we're just like, oh, okay. We get to take some pictures of kangaroos. So then we're in our rooms, and then someone comes running into the door, and they're just like, do you want to see kangaroos? Immediately, all of us in the room are like, yes, and then we bolted. We bolted outside. So we run onto this hill, and then we see some kangaroos. We see some kangaroos out in the distance, and we're just like, oh my God, those are real kangaroos. And they're just out there. They're just eating. They're just chilling. And then we start walking up the hill more, and then we're just like, oh my God, there's a lot of kangaroos. There was like 12 of them. And they were by like a pool of water. They were drinking and then just eating and chilling. Yeah, it was crazy. We were just like, wow. These are wild animals, and we're in the midst of like wild animals, you know? And then we noticed that there's this particularly large kangaroo. And we're like, holy shit. That is one big kangaroo. This guy. So it's a little hard to tell the proportions. And 1 second, I will give you a perspective. But we're looking at this kangaroo, and we're just like, is that a dinosaur? Because we're so not used to seeing any animals that are that big, you know? And I was watching it, and like as the big crowd of us start coming up this hill, all the little ones start looking up, and they're watching us, right? They're watching us to see if they need to run away. And then this big guy stands up, and we're just like, oh my God, this kangaroo must be like 7 foot tall. because like we're seeing it from a distance, but being right next to it, this thing must have been so freaking tall. But I noticed that like as it looked up, it was the first one to go back to eating, which would make sense. It's older, it's more experienced. All the other kangaroos are they're more anxious, and that's what keeps them alive, right? And so they're just, hello with the hearts and the 100%, thank you. So then they're like constantly looking at us, and this guy just goes back to eat. So this is a size comparison photo. The other one I would say is like the average size of the kangaroo, the one to the left, and then you have this massive kangaroo. So then like my cousins behind me, they're like scared. They're just like, oh my god, if the kangaroo starts like hopping over here to come like hit us, it's gonna kill us, because kangaroos are known to be aggressive if they're provoked, right? And then what starts happening is that they start getting spooked because we're getting closer and closer, so they start running away. And then my cousin in the back is like, oh my god. And it just starts running in the opposite direction. Obviously the kangaroos don't run in our direction, they run off into the distance. But it was so funny because my little cousin's such a whip. He's like, I'm out of here. The second there's anything happening, I'm out of here. And then because there's been showers here and there, right? And then I noticed, like in the distance, I start seeing these droplets, and then this massive water droplet splashes on my hand, and I like jump because the impact was something, right? And I'm like, what the heck? Like that's a big droplet of water. Maybe we should like start making our way inside. And then I turn my head, and it's just a wall of water falling from the sky, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, it starts pouring on us. So my entire family, we just start running back towards the house. And it was so funny because we're all like laughing and being like, the rain. It's like these moments that stay in my head, you know, these moments where we're all experiencing something that's shared, whether or not that's like panic or something like that. Really funny, really funny. Hello, Cygnus. Sorry, I saw your messages, but I wanted to finish my story before anything. Absolute baller. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Sorry, I keep sniffing. Yeah. And they said they normally don't get rolling clouds. They normally don't get rolling rain. Like it'll rain for a couple days, but it doesn't normally do that. And it's funny because my family was speculating like, oh, the kangaroos started moving because they saw the rain coming. And I'm like, no, that's not what's happening. Because we look out into the rain and the kangaroos are just there. It's like you can't make that assumption. Hope your vacation was good. Hello, Taku. Vacation was great. We saw kangaroos in the wild. Yeah. So that was the day that we got there. And then the day after, do I actually have any pictures? Oh, I do. I have a picture. Okay. So then the next day, they were just like, okay, something that we can do. We can go on a Segway tour. And I'm just like, oh, like a Segway like the ones you see in the cities? Like, okay. Never done that before. It would be fun. And then we get there, and these things have like dirt biking like wheels. Like they're meant to go off course. I'm like, oh, okay, this is more fun. So then we get there, and then we like sign the waivers and stuff. We put our helmets on, and then he's teaching us how to do it. And I've never been on one of these things before. And so like when I first step on, I'm really unbalanced, and like the guy almost has to catch me because I'm like gonna fall off the thing. He's like, don't lean on the handle. Just like shift your hips back and forth, because that's how you're going to direct it. Like you don't want to pull on the handle or anything for the Segway. And so there's a little practice area, and then after that we go off, and then there's just this trail that we're following that goes away from the place where we started. And And then eventually we're able to settle down and then take some pictures. So I'm taking pictures with my family, and then the guy like turns to me and then takes a picture of just me alone. And he's like, "There you go. You have the kangaroo in the background." And I'm like, "Huh?" And then I turn around, and then I see this kangaroo. Oh no, the kangaroo's sort of out of frame. Hold on. Oops. Ta-da! And there's just a little kangaroo back there, and I think it has a baby with it. I think it did have like a joey. Yeah. That's me with a wild kangaroo. That was really cool. We saw more kangaroos like hopping around. A good photo bomb, I know. And it's just wild that it happened to be like I was in frame. It could have been like any of my other cousins, but I just happened to have this awesome photo of myself on a Segway with a kangaroo in the background. So yep. So the Segway was fun. And then I get home and I start feeling unwell. I'm like, uh-oh, I think I have a migraine because I'm super, super nauseous. And I'm not doing well. So I stay home. I'm able to manage to go out to do some like, to go out to eat. But then I come back and then I'm so bad. So in such a bad condition. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm also running back and forth to the bathroom, and then I have a fever. And I'm like, what is going on? And then the night, I'm sort of able to sleep by the nighttime. And then by the next day, I'm feeling a little bit better. I asked them to go out and get some like electrolytes because I was probably not drinking enough water, but I also wasn't retaining water as well. And so after some electrolytes and some bananas, I felt a little bit better. And then by morning, I was better. We were leaving that day. We ended up going to a beach on the way back, and unfortunately, I still wasn't feeling that great. I wasn't rushing to the bathroom anymore, thank goodness. But I was not eating a lot. I could only eat fruit. I was only eating like watermelon and mango, and so then. So then when we go to the beach, I don't actually go into the water. As much as I wanted to go to the water, it was so pretty, and I wanted to go into the water so bad, but I couldn't. So it's funny because like we ended up going to eat. The kids had like fish and chips because that was what was readily available. But the oldies were like, hey, we want our Asian food. So then we go, and it's middle of summer too. But it's a beautiful day. It's not hot like it was where we were at our stay, and we go and get pho. But this is not the first time I've gone with the oldies to go eat like Asian food because it's something that they want. And so it's great. It's great. That's just it feels right to me. That's just my family. This is what we do. All right, this would be a good time for a break, actually. I'm going to leave for like 5 minutes, probably put away my dishes and stuff, get more water, get more lotion, because my hand's starting to itch again. I will be right back. Ooh. Oops. Wrong one. All right. BRB. I guess you'll just see me. Huh. Hold on, maybe I can look like I'm sleeping. I'm back. Hello, hello. Hi, Wilson. Hi, Sonny. Just woke up and welcome back. Thank you. I've talked about a lot already. You can listen to the VOD. There was so much stuff that we talked about. And there's going to be more. So you'll catch the second half of it. I hope you slept well. I was supposed to start earlier, but then I messed up the timing. Sorry again, guys. People can definitely still get married without legs. Yeah, my model, I don't know if I can stand up, if you guys can see it, if I stand up. It's only the top half. Doesn't make me any less of a person, though. Well, gotta run. It was nice seeing you back, Sonny. Take care, Fo. Welcome back. Thank you, Miss Fizz. I've been talking straight non-stop for how long? An hour and 30 minutes. I think it does actually get less eventful after this. It was more when we came back. We were all especially tired from the first, probably like the first week. So it was a little more chill. We were still, we were still going out to do things. But yeah. Let's see. So then the next day, when we got back, we went back to my family's house. We ate dim sum. They call it yum cha there. So when they were just like, we're gonna go eat yum cha, we're like, what's that? And they're like, it translates to drink tea. And I'm like, okay, yes, morning, got it. Oh, the food was so good. Do you guys eat chicken feet? I really like chicken feet. Well, I guess some people are like, oh, I really, really love chicken feet. I guess I like it, just in comparison. Oh, we say yum cha here too. I only knew it as dim sum. Mabi. Yeah, for people who actually speak Mandarin Chinese, it would make sense. I don't, I'm sorry. Never had it, actually. Oh, also, hi, Brendan, how are you? I hope you're doing well. How do I describe it? Yeah, it's pure skin and sauce. That's what's really nice about it. It sounds really gross, but it's like you get to eat the skin of like a chicken wing, but you don't have to eat any of the meat underneath it. I think for some people it can be a little bit like it could be a little bit slimy. It is not slimy. It's just when you like it's just because of the tendons and stuff underneath, and some people don't like to eat that. I don't eat the cartilage, but I do eat the tendons, and the tendons are good. Let's yum cha. Chicken feet, my fave. Yeah, chicken feet are really good. It took me a while to actually like start eating them because I know I would try it, be like, I don't like it, and I would try it again, be like, I don't like it, and then I actually like started eating it, and then I'm like, okay, this is good. Oh, but the one thing I can't do, I don't think I can ever do, is tripe. They had just like honeycomb tripe on the table, and I wanted to be brave, so I took a piece, I stuck it in my mouth, one bite, and it went I just let it fall out of my mouth. It was I couldn't do it. It was squishy, crunchy, and the flavor, it tastes like intestine to me, and I don't like the way intestines taste. It was so, I couldn't do it. And my little cousin was watching me because I was just like, okay, I can do this. And then it just blah. Texture, yep, texture. Texture was real bad. But I tried it. I tried it. Can't say that I didn't try it. I'm not a wimp. And then we went out to the city. The next day, I think that day we just walked around. Oh no! We didn't walk around that day. Okay. That day we were gonna go sightseeing in the city. And there was a particular walk that my family wanted to bring us to. Wait, I didn't show a picture of the beach. Your Earth's bravest soldier. I tried. I tried. I said and I did it. I tried and I did it. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a picture. So this is the first beach that we went to. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They actually have the truck stuff, and they actually have the trucks there so that they could pull out the boats from the water. But the coastline was huge. There was just so much sand, so much beach. Weather was perfect. I bet the water felt great too, but this is the day that I couldn't go in there. So unfortunately, that was that. But then we got to the center of the city, and the center of the city is really busy, right? Because you have two really big sightseeing areas, two things to look at. So one would be the Sydney Opera House, and then one is the bridge. And there's like this ferry that can take you to different parts of the harbor. And some people actually use it, from what I heard from my family, some people actually use it to commute to different places. It's faster to take the ferry than it is to probably take public transportation or a car around. Also, their public transportation is really, really good, and you don't really need a car to get to places. That was really nice. I would like to use more public transportation. Unfortunately, just the infrastructure is not here. So then we went to the ferry area. Ta-da! And I got this really nice picture. There's Minto! And then you have the ferry that you can take in the harbor, and then you have the bridge in the background. And it was a little warm that day. Not as, I don't think it won't get as hot as where we were at the Airbnb, because we were inland then. But now it's a lot, they say it's always a lot cooler in the city. And so it was so fun. The ferry, you go so fast. Like, I actually was able to go on a boat earlier last year. And we went just about as fast as that boat, and that boat was in open water. This is in a harbor, and these ferries are going really fast. And I literally just stick my head out the side of the railing, and I'm like a dog. I feel the wind on my face. It was so fun. I love going fast. I love the feeling of going fast. It was very good. It was very, very good. And then so we take the ferry, and then we go to Manly Beach. I think it was Manly Beach. So Manly Beach is one of the beaches like in the city, so it's incredibly popular. There's always people there. Of course, it's midsummer, so it's really busy. I think it wasn't as busy as it could have been, just because this was it was so close to New Year's. But then when we go there, let me find the photo. Yeah, actually, it wasn't that busy at all. So that's a picture of the beach. Their water is so nice. It's so blue. It's so clear. It's so much warmer than it is over here. So much warmer. They're like, oh, the water's cold. I'm like, it can't be nearly as cold as where I come from. And I was right. It wasn't nearly as cold. Yeah. And so the beach is really popular, but also there's this walk that's really popular. So we did the walk, and then we came back. We took the ferry back again to go into the city. And I don't remember what we ate that night. We're always going out to eat. We always have food. I ate so much this trip. It was so great. And it was all good food too. I don't have access to any of it here, and so it makes me sad. It looks so lovely. Oh, it was wonderful. Again, I love having the sun up when I wake up in the morning, and then I love when it comes down late at night. I miss the sun. Even now, the sun's starting to go down. And then, oh, they took us to a Vietnamese restaurant that evening, and then we had fried chicken and like egg noodle soup. It was the best. I'd say that was probably the best like restaurant meal I had all trip. The soup was so lovely. I really like neutral tasting soups, where it's like salty. It could be like a chicken broth or something, but it's just hearty. I love that feeling of eating like a hearty soup. It doesn't have to have like crazy amounts of flavor or anything. And then the egg noodles were cooked to perfection, and then the chicken was so good. So good. Excuse me. And they have boba places all around, in which little me would have been like, oh my god, there's boba everywhere. Because I remember the first time I went to Australia, I was looking for boba. Like as a kid, all I did whenever we went somewhere, I'm like, is there a boba place here? Because I couldn't get it at home. And so I wanted to go out and eat it. And I remember they took us to this boba shop, and I was so excited to get it because it was the first boba that I was gonna get there. I always got honeydew as a kid. I was a honeydew fiend. And then I get my boba, and there's a hair in it. And then my family's like, wow, how dare you give us this, blah, blah, blah. They give it back, and then the people look really like, all I remember is that the people look really pissed off. And I can't tell if it's because we complained about it or because one of the employees messed up, you know? But then they made us the boba, and then they gave us the other one because they're just like, here, I mean, we can't use it anyways. And I'm like, I'll eat both of them. And my parents are like, no, you're not eating the one with the hair in it. I'm like, but. Yeah. So then we got boba afterwards. That was nice. What did I get? I got winter melon. I don't normally get winter melon. I'm normally a jasmine tea person. And jasmine tea girly. But yeah, the winter melon was good too. And then the next day, New Year's. So we were gonna go back into the city. They asked us to bring snacks the day before so that we could drop it off and have it all there at the place that we were to go watch the fireworks. We went there really early because they said it was going to be an estimated 1.6 million people going into the city for New Year's to watch the fireworks. And that's crazy, right? Like that many people, that's freaking wow. So we get there early, and then we just hang out until the fireworks happen, and we are there for the fireworks. So Australia is I think one of the first countries to celebrate New Year's, and because they have such nice views of their harbor, they have an incredible fireworks show. And we're actually going to watch a little bit of it. Let me put on my headphones. Let me see how this looks. Let me adjust this. You know what? This is a video. Oop. Oh man, I didn't set up the audio for this. Give me a second. Let's see if I could do it. Oops. 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 Let's do that. Nope, that's the wrong one. Shoot, I had totally meant to set this up and I forgot. You know what? We'll just go without the sound. Because I don't remember how to set it up. And I don't want to show my desktop. I don't want to accidentally show anything I'm not supposed to. And I don't know how to do it on here. I haven't tried experimenting with it. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry guys, we'll just go without the audio for now. All right. Ready. Wow, it's so much better with the audio. Hold on. Here. We'll watch it together. So I'm gonna post the link. Really? Hello? Oh, there we go. All right. I sent the link. Can I pin it? I can't pin it from here. Okay. Well, anyways, you can click on the link and then we'll start it together. So let's start from 0. And we'll watch like maybe the first minute or 2. All right. Let me know when you guys are ready. I know! Wasn't it crazy? So many fireworks. What is like 6 tons of... Or wait, how many? No, 6 tons is not that much. Was it like... I don't know, 6 million tons or something like that of fireworks. How many fireworks for Sydney New Year's? 8 tons of fireworks. 6 million tons. Sorry, I don't know my units. Yeah, okay, now that I look at it, I'm like, okay, maybe that's a little too much. So 8 tons. I think they said it was 6 tons this year. 6 tons of fireworks, which is absolutely crazy. Oh, hold on. Let me plug in my phone. There we go. Okay, I got my second link open. Okay. Thank you, Cygnus, for the update. All right, you guys ready? Is it up? Is the video up? Oh, I didn't realize they had the countdown over here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Ta-da! Are we, oh, sorry, I paused it. Are we supposed to be able to hear your side of the audio too? I don't think so. Is it playing? Oh, the audio is playing, hold on. Wait, can you guys hear it? The video is playing your audio too? Okay, sorry, you guys didn't need to. I didn't even know. Oh, sorry, okay, you guys can hear. We'll listen to it together then. Look at the coordination of those fireworks. It's so much better with the music. Oh my god, we didn't hear music when we were watching it. Wow. Wow. This was very similar to my view, like that angle, that nice angle between the opera house and the bridge. That's the view that we had. Wait a minute. Am I gonna get copyright for the song? All right, music's out. A little too late for that. Oops. Yeah, so if you guys look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technically, but I saw 4 different areas where they were shooting the exact same fireworks. I had never seen a fireworks show that big before. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the biggest fireworks being in front of the opera house. Yeah. So we had those fireworks. It was a 12-minute show, which I didn't realize is super long. I think most of them end at like 7 minutes or something. But for 12 minutes, we're all out there just enjoying these fireworks. And it's funny because it was really windy that night. So we happened to not be able to see a lot of the fireworks over the opera house because of all the smoke that was blowing in our direction. We couldn't see anything. Also, because our angle of the bridge was so like severe, we couldn't see it from a side view and see like do you see how it lights up with the lights and everything, and then when they actually shoot fireworks from the bridge, it's coordinated. We didn't get to see a lot of the coordination. We just saw the fireworks were coming out of it. It was still beautiful, but now that I go back to rewatch, like I'm rewatching this, I'm like, it's freaking spectacular. Like, this is freaking amazing. Like, how cool is it that I get to experience something like this? Not specifically like, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there were 5 different areas. Holy shit. But it's like, I'm living in a day and age where this is possible. You know? That like, and not only that, like I get to be there to see it, but like it's a feat of human creation, you know? Like someone designed this, someone made it happen, the city made it happen. People are all going there to watch because of how spectacular it is. Just everything about it is just so like, wow. Yeah, look at those fireworks over the opera house, so pretty. Yeah, like the coordinated bursts going boom, 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 boom. That's so cool. Yeah. 6 tons of fireworks. That's so much. Oh, it looks like the sparks just fell on the water. Maybe they were extinguished by the water. I really want to do my research on fireworks. I want to know what the different kinds of fireworks there are, and like what kinds of because they have different explosions, they have different sounds. Copper gives the green. Oh, yeah, because they use different metals to explode. They explode different metals, and it gives different colors. And I want to know how they hold all of these fireworks in those little, I forget what they're called, platoons, I think. How is it that you can do 12 minutes worth of fireworks in a little platoon and not have that explode, you know? When you're wiring it, you have to make sure you do your shit right, because otherwise the entire thing is just blowing up. Mortars? I don't know what a mortar is. What's a mortar? They said that there was going to be a drone show afterward. It didn't happen, but that's okay because 12 minutes of fireworks is freaking insane. So yeah, those were the fireworks. Oh my god, they were so pretty. Let me hide this real quickly. Oh. Mortar is the tube that the fireworks are launched out of. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I think that should be okay. For when I have photos back. Hold on, let's see. There. OMG, imagine a drone show that does the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, like the drones actually make the shape of the numbers? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Yeah. So that was the fireworks show. It was definitely worth staying up for it, but those of us that were there in the back, we forgot to bring our games. But also, whenever we're all hanging out together, everyone's on their phones. And it's like, how do we bring us all together? We forgot the games, and we didn't have like a Switch or anything with us either. Even though someone did have a Switch, we didn't bring it with us, so we were just sort of sitting there. We had like card games and stuff, but it's like some of the older cousins just wanted to like chill or just be on their phones or whatever, and then the younger cousins are like, I'm bored, and then they go on their phones. That was actually like a running theme throughout the trip, where it's like everyone's just like, oh, okay, I'm bored, and let me just go on my phone. And no one really had that like spark of like, oh, okay, we're together, let's try to make the most of it, let's come up with something to do. And I guess like the question is like, why didn't I take the initiative for it? I didn't know how to break the ice. I didn't know how to break that environment, because it's like, if they had wanted to, then they would have done it, I guess. A big part of me is I'm a coward. But like, I don't know. Like, I know when I was younger and someone's like, all right, everyone, off your phones, or off your DS, or off your video game, then it's just like, ugh, do I have to? And unless you have something good to replace it, then there's really no need to be off your phone, you know? Like, we were all just sitting there. So then what do you do? Yeah. And it was really interesting. It was really hard being the oldest one too, because I feel like I definitely have the most experience being off of my phone, considering that I didn't grow up with it in those really like early crucial years of my life, where I know what it feels like to be off of it. And it seemed like my cousins, and I think this is also just indicative of a generation, they don't know how to be comfortable being bored. I think what phones do, they're really like, because it's like stimulation for your brain, right? And essentially having constant stimulation is very similar to like a drug, where like our brains can be really like stimulation seeking. And so when your phone allows you to quote unquote feel good because you're constantly engaged in something, it makes you there's no purpose to get off your phone. Like, if you're not on your phone, you're not like you're not thinking about other stuff, you're not aware of your surroundings. It's yeah. And like, I don't want to be that person that it's just like, get off your phone, chickens, and stuff like that, because I can't offer anything else. Like I was okay just being off my phone and vibing, but at the same time, how am I going to connect with them? They're all on like they're all on TikTok, and some of my cousins are ravers, some of my cousins are into cars. And it's like, well, those are none of my interests, and you guys aren't interested in my interests. Like, you're not interested in anime, you're not interested in VTubers. So then how do we connect? Where is the line that we connect? And Anikura is anime raving. Okay, there you go. I haven't been to Anikura. I can't really relate to my raver cousin. And it was definitely hard during the trip, because my sister, it's funny because it's like she's like a in between. She likes anime, but she's also a normie, and so but she's also just really. She gets along really well with those cousins. She talks with them a lot. She has, I think, a lot of similar interests. They have very similar sense of humor. And so they're hanging out the whole time, and then they're just like, they're vibing really well. And then they turn towards me, and then I'm looking at them. And then it very much feels like so how do we include you? Because I'm also just like, it's such a weird dynamic, because I consider myself a good people person. I think I can make conversation. I think I talk really well. But for some reason in these situations with my cousins, I didn't have anything to say. I didn't have anything to offer. And so a lot of the time when I was with my cousins, I was just really quiet. I was just vibing in the background, and just really feeling that I could connect with them somehow, but not knowing how to. Your normie brain has shriveled up. Yeah, I know normie. And then a lot of times when I do talk about things, it's a lot of like deeper things, and a lot of people don't normally talk about that, I guess. My tism is coming out. How do I talk with people? How do I connect with people? So I definitely, and I love my family, and I love my cousins, and that I hope that definitely showed in my actions, but I didn't know how to express it that much as well. Because like when we're together, I'm having fun. I'm definitely laughing. It's like when we're all together doing stuff, I'm in on it. But then when we're doing separate things, I'm like, I don't know how to bridge the gap. It's tricky, especially if there aren't overlapping hobbies. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just hope that they don't think I don't love them any less, or I hope they don't think I love them any less, because I couldn't bridge that gap. Not because I didn't. It's not that I didn't want to, but just that I couldn't. Yeah. Anyways, and then the next day, that was our first rest day. In like a week and a half or something, that was our first rest day, or maybe it was a week. I just stayed home, and I actually watched stream. It was awesome, just being able to stay back and just like also just do my own thing, because like this entire time I don't have cell service. I did not buy like a SIM card to get data, because people in my family have data, so there was no need for me to get it if I'm gonna be with them all the time. But also, like, I learned that when I'm on vacation, I don't like taking pictures, because if I take pictures, it takes me away from where I am currently. It takes me away from the moment. And so for most of the trip, I had my phone like back at the house. I just didn't take it with me until at the end I started wanting to take more pictures, and so I brought it to take pictures. But other than that, I wasn't communicating with others on my phone. I was just, yeah. And I felt really, really good. I felt really, really happy. I think because I was surrounded by family. I was surrounded by people that I loved, people I was talking to, that I didn't feel like I needed to be on my phone to pass time if I'm alone. So I was really happy without it. I use T-Mobile. They give me service everywhere I travel, even if it's slower. Oh, that's nice. You don't have to worry about trying to get like an additional like eSIM or something like that. Unplugging is refreshing. It really is. Really, really is. Need to disconnect every now and then to appreciate the moment. Yeah, I agree. Well, and I because I was feeling so good over there, I made a goal for myself that when I come back here, I'm gonna be off Twitter for a month because I want to disconnect. I found that before I left, I was on my phone so often, and I was so frustrated because I felt like I wasn't getting anything done. And now that I'm back, I realize I go on my phone because, one, I want a distraction from my day-to-day, but two, it helps you feel like less lonely because then you're connected with other people on, like, for example, Twitter. And now for myself, I realize that I think if I'm off my phone and then I actually put my time into my hobbies and the stuff that I want to do, I can go back onto social media, but I'm sharing something. I have something to provide rather than just constantly consuming what's there. Because it feels like when you're constantly consuming something, it never ends, but it's also not necessarily as satisfying as knowing that you've done something yourself. Yeah, so that's why I want to actually like do stuff, you know? Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I do have a convention at the beginning of next month that I want to have a wig done by. So I'm going to try to work on a cosplay wig. And I want to try to learn more makeup things for cosplay. And then I started practicing hiragana as well. I really want to put the time into learning it, so but I can also just like flip through flashcards and stuff just to get more familiar and really just take my time learning it. Because when I force myself to learn something, I can force myself to learn it just to learn, but then I'm not learning, you know? Good luck, Sonny. You're gonna look amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna learn ikemen makeup. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Is it perhaps a gray colored wig? It is perhaps a gray and black wig. I actually bought the dye, so I'm gonna be dyeing it soon. Yeah, really excited. Yeah. So yeah, had a rest day. Really nice just to Ikemen Sonny really sounds powerful. I'm so excited. Yeah. Ikemen Sonny, huh? Okay, I'm gonna stop. He's embarrassing. Ikemen Sonny gonna attract all the maids. Bite slip. Oh my god, what time is it? Oh my god, it's already 4. I had meant to start early so that I could catch stream. I'm just gonna have to be late to stream. I want to take my time and I want to finish this. Okay. And then the next day we went to another beach, and then we went to another walking path, and this one was really, really pretty. The weather was considerably different. There was a lot of clouds in the sky, and it was very windy. It was actually a little cold. Wow, look at that scenic photo. Holy shit, that looks so good. So this beach was called Bondi Beach, and Bondi Beach is so Manly and Bondi are like 2 of the most popular beaches in Sydney. And Bondi Beach is known for being really rough. It's still a really popular beach despite that. Oh, 10 out of 10 shot. Right? Doesn't it look so good? And then it has this really long beach walk. And so we did it. And it was really, really nice. I took pictures with my cousins. And then I actually ended up going into the water with my little cousin. And it was so much fun. I love waves. I love the, like, if you're just out on the beach and it's quiet, that's boring. I love waves. I love diving under the waves. I did catch a wave to the face a couple times. It must be so funny to watch just someone take a wave to the face. Because I would duck under a wave, come back up. By the time I wipe the water off my face, the next wave is already on you, and I just go. So then, like, it was my little cousin took it upon himself to tell me, like, Sonny, get down. Whenever I would come up too slowly, and then the wave would crash. That's the beach for you. And the water was beautiful. They're like, oh, it's gonna be cold today. I'm like, it was so nice. We did see a couple jellyfish out on the shore, and that's actually why, like, some of my family didn't go in there, because they're just like, ooh, jellyfish. But I didn't get stung, and nor did my little cousin. And I think there were a lot of people still there out in the ocean because no one was getting stung. I think they tell people to get out of the water if there's a lot of jellyfish. So, but to think that such a popular beach too, like, gets jellyfish quite frequently is actually a little scary. Yeah, but it was a beautiful beach walk. I am not used to doing things for leisure. Like, if I go or do something, it's because I have a goal in mind or a thing I want to do. But I love how the goal for that day was just to do that walk. Like, I definitely want to plan more stuff like that in the future. Be like, okay, I'm going to plan to go do this hike, or I'm going to plan to go do that walk. And just feel really nice in nature, you know? So that was that. We're coming towards the end. Maybe it was the day. Oh no, I don't. No. I don't think we did the beaches back to back. I think the day before this, we went out into the city, and then we just went shopping, which was really nice because we went into this area that had a bunch of, like, they had like gachapon there, which I was really, really excited to see. I'm like, gachapon, I love gacha. And then they had a lot of different, like, Japanese restaurants and Korean restaurants and Chinese restaurants and everything. Of course, I talk about the food. And then there are some stores, and my cousins are like, okay, we're gonna go shopping. And then we learn that there's an arcade, and my little cousin is just like, oh my god, let's go to the arcade. So I go with him to the arcade. And it's funny because I talk about, like, my cousins, right? The one that I hung out with the most was probably the not the youngest little cousin, but, like, because he wasn't with us the whole time, but, like, my US cousin, my little US cousin. And it's funny how I relate to him the most, because, like, his older sister is a proper teenage girl, and I have no clue what goes on in her head. Don't ask me what the mind of a 14-year-old girl is. I wasn't a 14-year-old girl. And so it was weird too, because sometime during the trip she just stopped talking to me, and she was avoiding me. And I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like, she was definitely happy to hang out with the other kids. I wonder if she just thought I just wasn't cool. Because, like, she made it clear that she rejects all things nerd related, right? And I am nerd from head to toe. And it's funny because, like, I had an idea. It's maybe that, like, she had this, like, notion of me, and just didn't want to, like, associate herself with the idea of that. Not that she didn't necessarily love me, right? And then I asked her, I'm like, hey, did I do something to upset you? And she looks at me with wide eyes. She was just like, what? No, why would you think that? And I'm just like, in the moment, I'm just like, oh, it's because we're not talking that much. But what I really meant to say is that, I feel like you're avoiding me. But I'm so bad with conflict, but I'm trying to get better. The fact that I even brought it up in the first place, I'm like patting myself on the back. The fact that I'm afraid of a 14-year-old girl. Hello, Snooey. How are you doing? Happy New Year. Yeah, that was quite funny. It was a good try. Hello, Splishy Terrific. Welcome to stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. They are truly terrifying. Yeah, it's scary. And it was just so much easier to get along with her little brother because her little brother was also just so openly affectionate. Like he would come up to me, he would just hug me and be like, I love you, Sonny. And I'm like, I love you too. And it was just so easy to talk with him because it's just like, yeah, you just talk. But then it was like the two of us walking this time around. And it was really cute. Oh, also for Christmas, I bought him a Pokemon, like one of the pre-made decks, and I bought myself one so that we could play it together because he likes Pokemon. And then we didn't play it together because I didn't take the initiative to actually bring it up like, hey, let's play this game. But it was funny because I think I just didn't like touch the cards at all because I also didn't finish sleeving them. And so I'm like, oh, I don't want to use them if they're not sleeved because I don't want to damage these cards. When it comes to cards, I'm really picky about them. So it was really funny. It's getting a little cold. There we go. So I still don't know how to play the Pokemon card game, but I tried and I have half of a deck. Or I have a deck, so I just have to learn how to play. It takes a while to get through. 20 minutes is a lot, but I understand there's trolls. Yeah. I think the hardest part is because these are physical cards, is just having another deck to be able to play like with or find someone to play with, but I'll get there. Oh yeah, so I started talking about my cousin because the two of us went into an arcade. I'm like, that is so my speed. I will totally go into an arcade over shopping. So I was there with my little cousin. We were playing games. We were collecting tickets. And then when we get to the actual like ticket counter, I'm like, oh, there's like anime stuff here. And I really wanted these, like, there was this really pretty looking Miku art. And before I continue with anything, I unfortunately do not listen to Vocaloid. My brain does not like the synthetic sounds. It gives me headaches, so that's why I never listened to Vocaloid growing up. But I do like the way that Hatsune Miku looks. I think she's really cute. And so I wanted these, like, it looked like they were tickets. So, and that's like a really popular style of merch nowadays, where they just print out these really nice pieces of art on like a ticket format. And I'm like, I want that. And I'm like, all right, little cousin, I want to get this, and then you can get whatever you want. And he was just like, okay, let's get more tickets so we can help you buy it. And I'm like, I'm like, thank you so much. I'm more excited about the prizes than he is. But then we end up getting it. And then he gets himself some candy, and he was just like, oh, I didn't really care about what I got. I just wanted to make sure you got what you got. And I'm like, I'm like, you're so cute. Amazing cooperation. He's so sweet. He's getting to the age where he might start sprouting soon. And I'm really, really scared. Because he may turn into a little ikemen boy, and then, you know, like, people will start treating you differently because of how you look at that time. And your brain is still a little boy, right? So then, sprouting, is he a plant? Yes. All little boys sprout into flowers. And then like, because I saw it with another one, is like a family friend little cousin, but he was really sweet when he was younger, and then turns into this fuck boy type guy, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? And I'm like, no, don't let that happen to my little cousin, please. I hope he still stays with him. He still stays himself. But my little cousin is spoiled, and he's already showing signs of inflated ego. And so I'm like, oh no. He's just like, yeah, I know I'm cute. And I'm like, dude, you be quiet. You're young. Hormones, Saudi. Yes, hormones cause sprouting like a plant. The corruption. Oh, that's how it starts. Yeah, it's starting already. So I'm like, I hope he still stays sweet. I hope there's someone that'll keep him like in line, keep him accountable. Because right now there's not that. Yeah. And then I think we had another rest day, and then we went to another beach. So in total, we went to 4 beaches, and I only swam at like 2 of them. But this beach actually, it was really rough. Like the waves were really rough, and it wasn't as fun because the waves weren't as I guess the repetitive. The way that the waves were crashing onto the shore were a little more like random. We did have boogie boards though, and it was really difficult because I couldn't get out, because I was with my little cousin. I didn't want to go out far, because if that happens, then we could be swept away by the riptides. And I didn't want to risk that at all, so we stayed really close, and when you're that close, you can't really catch waves with the boogie boards. But this is what the ocean looked like. It was really pretty. We were also in an area that didn't have a lot of people. We were up away from the lifeguards, and that is really important that you exercise caution and safety, because you can get in big trouble if you don't have a lifeguard there. Because the waves in Australia, like the coastlines, are really pretty, but they could be really dangerous as well. So we actually had a lifeguard pull us out of the water. He's like, yeah, there's a rip current like right next to you. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But we were okay. No one got hurt. No one got swept away into the sea. We actually heard news over the weekend of a tourist, like 2 parents drowning trying to save their kid. And it's just like oh shoot. Yeah, like, and they said on the radio that they want to start making announcements, or they want to play a video as people start flying into Australia, warning them of how dangerous the waters can be. So yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go grab a snack real quick. Awful, I know. So yeah, you gotta exercise. You gotta exercise safety. Did you do any beach combing? That is fun. I didn't do any beach combing, but we did see people with metal detectors, and I have seen those videos of like the scores that some people get. Like, people lose their wedding rings, people lose their earrings, whatever, and then you can make a lot of money selling that stuff. But no, we did not do that. People always underestimate the ocean. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'll be right back. Beep, 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 beep. Beep. I'm back. Sorry, I had to run away real fast because I started feeling unwell. And I'm like, I have to eat more. So I got applesauce. Applesauce is actually saving my life right now. Because it's instant energy. Hello, Sonny. Happy New Year, and I'm glad you had a great vacation. Hi, Krisu. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a good New Year as well. Hello, Friar. You too. Welcome back. Hope you don't starve. Yeah, make sure you get some food. I don't have anything other than like frozen stuff in my fridge right now, so I'm trying to live off of that. My God, and I'm trying to cook for myself too, but it takes up so much time. Oh, blood sugar low. Yeah, my blood sugar is low. Even though I had, yogurt's not that much. And then I actually couldn't finish the bread that I had because the Vegemite was too strong. Even though I got the squeezy kind, which makes it easy to spread, the bread that I have just doesn't spread properly. The Vegemite didn't spread, so it was just too concentrated. Hold on, I need more lotion. Alrighty, so I want to finish up soon. So then we went to the beach, and then on the way there, I didn't have a jacket or anything, and they were blasting the AC. And I don't do well in AC. I find myself frequently getting sick in AC, because I get cold. I get really cold, and I was really cold in the car. I remember, and I was in the water, and the water was a little bit colder. But I remember this one moment in the water where I'm just like, oh, I feel genuinely cold. Like, it's the middle of the day. Why do I feel genuinely cold? I don't know how to explain it. Like, to my core, I felt cold, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And sure enough, when I woke up the next day, I was feeling sick. So I think I got like AC sickness or something. You should do the Irish family thing. Get a crock pot and make stew. Good, lasts long, and hardly any work. Oh, yeah, for food? Yeah. I definitely soups save my life because they're really easy to make, and they can last a long time. So I've definitely been making more soups. Yeah. So then I stayed home, and I think my family went out that day. They went out, hung out in the city, and then came back, and I was still sick. I had a terrible night. I couldn't sleep. I woke up the next day, fever. Still feeling sick. I did have fevers the previous day. Low-grade fevers, not anything too bad. And then my family went out, and then I stayed home. I wanted to go back into the city. There were things I wanted to eat. Like, oh, when we went into the city, I had this amazing jasmine milk tea, and it had jasmine whipped cream on top of it, and then it had some like candied like nuts or something like that on it. And at first, I was just like, that's expensive. Why would I pay like an extra $2.50 just for the whipped cream? And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? But that's their special. And like, I mean, that's what they're known for. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get it. It made it so good. So good. I thought the milk tea was good, and then I had it with the whipped cream. It made it so much better, and I don't even know how that's even possible. I love that drink so much, and I want to go back. I wanted to go back and get it, but I couldn't. There was a Kinokuniya there, which is a Japanese stationery store. I wanted to go and check what the prices were because I want to see if I could get anything cheaper. I wanted to go to the gachapons. There were so many things I wanted to do, and I was just stuck at home. Unfortunately, don't have a crying face. I wish I did. I have this one. Nope, I have this one. I guess, hold on. I have that, but for whatever reason, the toggle doesn't stay. Yeah. Man, but what I also had was the spending money. And I didn't get to spend it. And I was like, damn, I could have treated myself. So I was home for 2 days. And then the last day I left for the airport. Thankfully I was feeling a little better. And then I left that $100 bill under the pillow. For my cousin or for my aunt and my uncle, because they did such an amazing job taking care of us. My aunt was just doing our laundry nonstop because we were all just going out and doing things, and then like my uncle was going out to buy like fruits and stuff because my little cousin loved fruit, and so making sure that we always like had enough to eat. They were setting up everything. They took such good care of us the whole time, and I'm so appreciative. Losing vacation days to sickness is the worst. Yeah. It was like, I was more focused on trying to get healthy. I was able, like when I wasn't like having a fever or when I was sick, I was able to just hang out and watch things and have a good time at least. But yeah, there were things that I wanted to do. And then I came back home, and then now I didn't have a rest day. I came back at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and then the next day I went to work, and then I had to leave early. I did like 5 hours and I left early because I just couldn't handle it. I was so tired, and I was also still like feeling unwell. And then yesterday I had a full day, but then I left work late. Oh God. And then last night I made the bad decision to not sleep early. So I'm still what the heck? I just tilt my head down. And then so I still feel really like I'm just gonna take it easy. I need more applesauce. Rest well and recover. Thank you so much, Miss Fizz. Thank you, Cygnus, for the hearts. So yeah, overall, thank you, Scarlett. Yep, get better soon. Thank you. Overall, I had an incredible time. It really felt like I stepped in another world. And I didn't realize this until I got older. But I, like when I go on vacation, because I'm not seeing the same sights and sounds, I'm not smelling the same smells, like everything is different. It feels like I'm just living a different life. So when I was there, I didn't have any of the worries that I had here. None of the things that were making me stressed out or anything like that. And so when I was over there, I was just existing, and that was a really, really nice feeling. And now that I'm back, I'm like, oh. Oh, it hits too hard. But it's a nice reset, because then I can choose how much I want to let my stresses like weigh me down, I can try to start over, trying to find better systems on how to make things work. Yeah, so I'm hopeful. Man, even low energy FF. I get so happy and excited talking about these stories, and after this, I'm absolutely gonna crash. And to be honest, on my day to day, I'm not this excitable. That's why I feel like there are certain moments that I can be. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this. Like, it's funny because even on the trip, I was just not talking to people. Even though there are people that want to know how I'm doing over there, what I'm up to, I just don't reach out. And I think it's a thing where it's like object permanence, or like if someone is not like beside me, then I forget. It's not necessarily I may forget they exist, but like even the thought of reaching out, it doesn't feel the same as if like they're right beside me, you know? So then I don't even think to reach out because it's like, oh, it's not the same. I don't know. I experience that a lot. It's really, really difficult. But yeah, so it's funny because I wasn't really telling anyone about my experiences, so I just kept thinking about stream. Okay, I want to talk about this on stream, I want to talk about that on stream. So it feels really cathartic because now it feels like I finally ended my vacation. Definitely. It will be a good energy crash. Oh, absolutely. And I'm gonna start making food. I'm gonna need to eat something proper. LMAO, totally get that. It's easy to forget DM friends. It's so hard for me to do. But that's what I'm gonna try to do. When I'm away from Twitter, I will try to connect with people still. But I will try to actually use text and reach out to people so that when I'm instead of being lonely and being on Twitter, I get to stop being lonely and talk with people. It's so funny. I feel like I'm in this little corner where like there's no easy solution. Easy stockpile of tangents. Oh yeah, absolutely. Was there anything else? Let me check my notes. Oh, I also read manga. That's something that I mean, I love manga, but it's just I never read it because I feel like if I don't follow my hyperfixation and like read it, then I won't get back to read it again. I will forget about it. And so it was actually nice to start a manga. I started a manga that someone recommended. And it was, I knew it was like slice of life, but it's actually so much better knowing that it was about like Maiko and Geiko in Kyoto, because I find that really fascinating, geishas in Kyoto. And so it's really, really cool to enjoy and like learn more about that kind of lifestyle, but also have like a slice of life factor in it. I think it's like Meiko-chan something something something. And then I also read this like it was a webcomic. I don't read webcomics, but this one was also recommended and it was really cute. I relate a lot to the main character. And it's so funny to see myself like reflected in that way. This character is very like thick-headed. And sort of like what's the word, like ditzy type character, but also still good-natured. Yeah, I forget what that one was called too. There's so many good webcomics and manhwas. LMAO dense protagonist Sonny. I really am. Oh god. But yeah, and it was really cool in that the time also that I was at home, I was doing hobbies. I was watching shows that I wanted to watch. I was reading manga that I wanted to watch. I was doing things that I wanted to do. And so I want to bring that energy back here. But yeah, all right, it's 4:30. I think that's pretty good. How long? 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for this stream. It was so fun to talk about. I love being able to share my experiences, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. I hope it was fun for you. Do you guys have, before we go, did you guys do anything fun for New Year's? Or did you guys do anything? Thinking is not that different from talking. It makes sense if chatting helps you understand what's important and what you've experienced. Yeah, definitely. Yippee, yippee, so yippee was cool. Hello, it was a fun stream. Glad you had a great time. Thank you, Scarlett. Any party soon? Like IRL one? I have to see if there's any in my area. But definitely if there's one at Off-Kai Various, you know, I'll be there. So Christmas celebration is gonna be later for my family. I was sick. Yeah, oh my god. Hopefully you guys... Wait, later? Oh, Christmas is gonna be so late. But I hope you have a good time. Went to San Fran for a few days and walked a ton. It was a blast. Oh, that's so cool! Oh, for a few days. What'd you do? Did you walk around, eat food? You can share as much as you want to. I made jewelry. That's all for New Year's. Oh, jewelry. That's so cool. What kind of jewelry do you make? There's a stream soon? Oh, any party stream? Shoot, can you send me the links as they're happening? I'm more likely to join if you send me a link, and then I'll look at it and be like, can I do this right now? And if I can, then I will go. Yeah, my whole direct family got COVID. Oh, so no big gathering. I'm so sorry to hear that. Also, Miss Fizz, happy birthday! And I'm so happy you got the Minto Kiwawa collab. That was so cool. That's such a good birthday gift. Let me eat more applesauce. It was a family vacay, so there was a lot of scheduled balancing, and the older crew were tired after 2 days. Oh yeah. I was so surprised the oldies were hanging tight with us. Holy shit. They can move. My family went to dinner party we were invited to. Ooh, I hope you had a good time. What kind of food did you eat? I do stones and lapidary work. I was working on a jasper necklace. Wait, I have to look up what that means. What's lapidary work? Let's see. Ah! Oh, nice. Art of cutting and polishing stones? You actually polish and cut the stones? That's so cool. What's a jasper necklace? Oh, like a hanging gem? Oh, pretty. Good luck. Good luck making the jewelry. The classic Chinese family style plates for large receptions. Ah, nice, nice. That's tasty. Very good. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. I am crashing, but at a good time. I'm gonna go lay in bed now and rot, probably. Or maybe I have to start making food. I don't know. I defrosted something, so I can at least just toss that in the oven. Beads are made out of jasper, 10 millimeter. Oh, it's a jasper necklace because it's what it's made out of. Got it, got it. LMAO, rest well. Thank you so much. Enjoy the bed rotting and get some good food. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good rest of your day, evening, time zones. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.